Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to The Truth, where today we're going over my last prediction video. Of course, it's going to be over the Super Bowl. Gonna keep it short, gonna keep it sweet. It's kind of key matchups we're going to talk about. First, let's get into the injury report. Something to watch out for is guard Joe Tooney. He didn't practice Wednesday. There's still Thursday. It's kind of been up in the air with him for his ability to practice and everything. It's been in and out. It's been day to day. I'll say that to the least. Other than that, nothing else surprising. Going on to San Fran. San Fran's a couple interesting things. Arik Armstead was limited on Wednesday's practice. Something to watch out for, and Kittle being injured or being questionable. Limited also on Wednesday's practice. They'll probably play most likely. I'd be surprised if they didn't. It's something to watch out for because when you get this late into the season, you have guys who aren't able to play at 100%. You have guys who are 90, 95%. And in a game like this, that makes a big difference. Getting to the playoff predictors. So the big thing is the ability to limit both of these offenses. Both of these offenses have a lot of potential. They can take the top of a defense, or they can nickel and dime you. They can run the football. They can do a lot of things. I like both of these teams. On one side, you have Mahomes, you have Kelsey, you have Isaiah Pacheco, and then you have Rashid Rice as well, who's been kind of the up-and-coming guy this year. On the other side, for the 49ers, you have Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey, and then you have Brock Purdy as well. It's a lot of weapons. The key setter here is I think it's both of it's going to be on the defense, though. It's which defense is going to be able to match up well against the tight ends and their ability to stop the run as well. I think both of these teams would be willing to give up those kind of QB runs or QB quarterback scrambles, those extended plays, as long as they don't give up the deep ball. I feel like the first team to really give up the deep ball in this situation is going to lose the game. The hard part is you're playing on either side. You're playing a quarterback who can extend plays, who will take shots, who has the ability to be that breath, that kind of engine starter or momentum, getting the momentum going for the team. Also, you have the great running backs who can really get going and move out. Look, you have Christian McCaffrey, who's shown when you give him the ball, he will get explosive plays. And then you have Pacheco, who's been able to be so slim and slip through the holes and being able to avoid a defender with a juke or bounce off of one and just pop straight up. That's a guy who can do that. Really kind of gets on teams' nerves. Really kind of demotivates them. It really does suck. It's not something you want to deal with. Both teams have a good O-line. Both teams have a good D-line. Both teams have good linebackers, a good secondary. They're really tough teams to go against. One thing that's not in San Fran's favor is the fact that they have a rookie safety. It's going to be interesting to see how they play. Are they going to keep him up high a lot? Are they going to kind of move him to the box and let him try to avoid him from making mistakes? San Fran likes to run a lot of quarters and thirds. So they'll drop 4 guys deep, or they'll drop 3 guys deep. It mixes in between. But KC, they love to run that man concept. They'll run zone 2. It's tough because you can't really run like a match zone against Mahomes, and then you can't really go pass heavy against the San Fran because they'll run the ball. If you run max zone against Mahomes, or you just run straight up zone spot coverage, they're going to pick it apart. If you kind of want to back off and kind of stop the passing game for San Fran, you're going to let Christian McCaffrey tear up you in the run game and have those explosive plays. It's really tough to go against. This is a really tough game. Both teams aren't really fun to play. But, I mean, it really usually I'd say it's going to come down to the team with the most experience. Both these teams are very experienced in the playoffs. Both these teams have went deep into the playoffs. Both these teams are really good. Um, it really becomes the team who doesn't give up the biggest play. And that's hard to go against because both teams run a pretty good scheme, a pretty detailed defense. They're meticulous. It's every rep matters, every step, every direction you go matters. Some things that San Fran I think would help them is if they kind of took a nod to out of Baltimore's book. They kind of mixed up their coverages last second, thrown in blitzes here and there, but only once because you can't do it multiple times against Mahomes or he'll pick it apart just like Brady. Some things that the Chiefs can do against San Fran. San Fran lately has done what the Chiefs did earlier this season. Kyle Shanahan has avoided the run in some situations. He did that last game. Through the first half, they really didn't run the ball. That was tough on them. And then once they started running the ball, they made their comeback against the Lions. So, you have that. If the Chiefs are able to put enough numbers to deter Kyle Shanahan from running the football but are still able to pass commit, I think that'll be a big step for them for their defense. There's a lot of different things these teams need to do to win. But at the end of the day, it's playing sound. It's not giving up the big play, the deep ball. Because if you give up that deep ball, who knows how much momentum it's going to give them? Who knows if that's going to be the play? It's kind of a bend, don't break defense because you can't stop each of these offenses because they're really, really good. Arguably the best defense lost in Baltimore. It's going to be really interesting. I think if I'm San Fran or KC, I'm trying to run a prevent defense with getting quality interior pressure. When you can have guys off the edge who can contain each quarterback and then have guys in the interior generate pressure, it throws quarterbacks off. They can't step into passes. They have to make off-pocket throws. And then when you add tight coverage along with that, it makes it really difficult to pass. But that's also being able to rush with 4. And if you rush with 5, you do it once or twice and you mix it up. It's not easy. And that really gives the Chiefs the advantage, I feel like, in this point, just because of their very experienced defensive coordinator. They have a really, really good defensive coordinator. And so does San Fran, don't get me wrong. But to say who I had more faith in is probably KC. KC's had really good defensive play this entire season. It's, do you trust Mahomes or do you trust Kyle Shanahan in that offense? Yes, Shanahan has more weapons, but Mahomes is a separate factor. How much can him and Andy Reid dice you up if you do let him out in the pocket? How much is that going to hurt you? Are you willing to let Mahomes take a 12-yard scramble, or are you going to let him give up a throw across the field, across his body for a 25, 40-yard gain? And on the other side, are you willing to stop the pass and let Christian McCaffrey just dice you up in the run game? It's a give and take battle. What are you willing to do at the end of the day? And with that being said, I think the Chiefs win this game. It's so hard for me to go against Mahomes. It's so hard. It's like at this point, it does feel like you're betting against Brady. The Chiefs are a team where they can go down, they can go up. And I'm not saying the San Fran can't, but it's just the Chiefs are the Chiefs. They've played the Chiefs at the end of the season and in the playoffs have been a different team. And I feel like that team was hot at the right moment. I feel like they're going to win it. But let me know what y'all think. Sorry it was a short video, but try to give you a quality one, try to make it really interesting. Let me know what y'all think. Give me y'all's opinions. What players do you think, hey, probably not going to play? Or do you think Joe Tooney's going to not be able to play? Do you think they're going to be able to have a backup quality backup ready for the Super Bowl game? It's going to be really interesting to see. But thank you all for watching. Give me your thoughts in the comment section down below, and I'll talk to y'all next time.